Hey y'all, it's Tuesday, March 21st, y'all. I wanted to make sure, I thought it was very important that I come on and make this video on yesterday's live stream. One of my live streams yesterday. I told you all that President Trump was making claims that he would be arrested today. Okay, he was saying Tuesday, referring to today. Please make sure you check out my live stream where I gave you all the details and information on what was going on in New York City regarding the district attorney there, Alvin Bragg, I believe is his name, Briggs. Okay, so I said it on the video or on yesterday's live stream. But I just wanted to talk about, because there may be some of you who may be worried, okay, what's going to happen, what happens next. And I realize, and I've shared this before on the channel, there are just some things that are going to happen, whether it's national news, global news. Many times there are events that could happen, right? I want you all to think about this, follow along with me. There are things that could happen that are completely out of our control, okay? And this is very well one of them. Whether it happens or not, whether, for whatever reason has been named, there are charges brought against former President Trump, and he is in fact indicted and arrested. It's going to be a shocking thing, to experience, or it would be, okay? But I want to tell you, either way it goes, life still continues, okay? And what I mean by that is, you still have to take care of things for you and your family. I would still advise you to continue to do what you have been doing, hopefully what you have been doing, which is to continue to build your emergency food supply, your survival needs, taking care of whatever, financial business you need to take care of. You see what's happening with the banking industry and the calls and the push for a central bank digital currency. President Trump, as I also, y'all make sure you check out the live stream. I know some of you told me, share with me, Andrea, I'm not getting your notifications. And then also, I want to also say again that, when you subscribe, make sure you hit the all notifications. Now, I do realize that this platform, for whatever reason, sometimes they send out notifications, sometimes they don't. But again, if you would like to receive email notifications from me, please look at my posts on the community tab and follow those instructions, okay? I'm trying to set up other ways that you can stay connected with me and know when I go live, because there's so much information that's coming out, okay? So what I'm saying is, either way it goes, President Trump has already been fighting this, okay? This is not something that it seems that he has, just been totally unprepared for. He has people, he has his legal representation that have already been setting things in place to challenge the charges, the potential charges that are being brought on him, or the allegations. I also shared with you in yesterday's live stream that President Trump has allies. He has people, whether it's his legal representation, other congressmen and women who are supporting him in calling on or questioning the allegations and the potential charges brought against him. So this is not something that, what, they're about to do what? Let's go ahead and scramble and try to get this. No, these people, individuals, whoever, they've already been working on this, okay? So, he has he certainly seems to have the financial means to fight this. And so, I'm not encouraging anyone to get out and protest. You can make your own choice about whether or not you want to do that. But as always, like I say, let's continue to do what we've been doing. Keep our head on swivel. Look around, notice what's happening when you're out and about, especially if it's at night. pay attention to what's happening in your local area. Okay, now I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Georgia. Okay, so what the news I'm about to share is not local, but you all know how I tell you when there's like a huge headline, something that, hey, we want you to, this is going on. Excuse me, we really want you to pay attention to this one story. Remember how I told you all that a lot of times when there's one big headline, there are other things going on that seem like, deserve just as much or as more attention that a lot of times news sources or people are not talking about. Well, y'all, okay, so the whole, the country, potentially the world is waiting to hear of, the outcome of this, everything going on with former President Trump. But at the same time, I want to make you aware of this, right? Let me know if you know about this. Teachers in Los Angeles, right? The Los Angeles, I believe it's called the Los Angeles Unified School District, which is the second largest school district in the country, I believe, behind New York City. Those teachers are going on strike. Okay, did you all know that? They have shut down classes, okay? And the teachers are on strike. Now, I told you all about the crisis, the growing crisis, the ongoing crisis in public education, right? Now we have a school district, and this is just one district, right? There have been others, okay, where, they have been in talk. And this school district, the Los Angeles United School District, or Unified, I'm sorry, let me say it correctly. The Los Angeles Unified School District, they are represented by a union, right? The union has been in talks with the school board, I'm assuming, to advocate for increased pay for teachers, educators, staff members, and even I read a $2 increase for the lowest paid workers, okay? Remember how I told you all, we've seen similar threats of strikes or potential strikes happening with the railroad system, where those workers, the railroad workers, were demanding better working conditions, increased pay. We've even seen it with medical professionals. Remember how I shared that story? I believe it was back in, was it Minnesota? I got to go back and look, but I did a video about that on the channel. Everyone is advocating for the same thing. They want an increase in pay, okay? Better working conditions, right? Same thing with the teachers and the educators in the Los Angeles Unified School District. And I want to issue a warning about that. Hey, if people are paying attention, I'm pretty sure that there are many educators, schools, districts, school systems around the country, possibly even the world, who are paying attention. Do y'all see the clouds in the sky? Can y'all see it through the sunroof? Why do the clouds look like that, y'all? Now that's a whole nother story, right? But we're gonna talk about that later. People are paying attention to what's happening, okay? This could very well have a ripple effect throughout the nation. People are paying attention to saying, okay, is the school system, the school district, Los Angeles Unified School District, are they going to honor the request of the union who represents the teachers, educators, staff members? How long is this strike going to go? Okay, from my understanding, from my research, they have canceled classes. They're still going to set up food distribution for those families who, there are some, I don't know if you are aware of this or not, but there are some students who, students and families, where if the student, so in other words, what I'm trying to say is, in many cases, in many instances, there are families who send their students to school and they're relying on the school to provide them with, their breakfast, their lunch, snacks like that in between. So whenever, for many families, when there is not school, sometimes that can be devastating because, students are relying on the school to feed them, but that's a whole nother conversation in itself. But I just want to make you aware of what's going on. Again, either way this thing goes, continue to do what you're doing. Know that based on my research, reports, and your own research, if you want to research, President Trump and his legal team and others who support him on the congressional level and other areas, they have been preparing. They have been preparing to fight what is potentially to come. Focus on what you can control locally in your community. Continue to build up your emergency food supply, your survival needs, your water. Just look around, I want you all to do some research on this. There is what I want to call this theory. I don't know if I should call this a theory, or there's an idea. Maybe I should just call it an idea or theory. Okay. But I want you to look up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay. Maslow is spelled M-A-S-L-O-W. Maslow's, so of course it will be apostrophe S, M-A-S-L-O-W apostrophe S, hierarchy, okay, H-I-E, hold on y'all, H-I-E-R, hierarchy, H-I-E-R-C-H-Y, okay, I believe I spelled that correctly. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, okay, and I want you to look, it's basically like a pyramid, right? And at the base of that pyramid, okay, are what's called the physiological needs, okay? The need for food, clothing, shelter, basic needs, okay? Well, if you look at what's happening with our economy, right? In many ways, what's at the foundation of that pyramid, okay? It's just basically a pyramid of needs, okay? Like needs that we have as humans in our everyday life. And at the base of that pyramid is, like I said, food, water, clothing, shelter, things like that, right? Our just basic needs. Well, if that foundation in any way is disrupted or disturbed, it's gonna throw off everything else, right? Well, if you look around what's happening in our economy, many of these needs, have been there's been a disruption. So food, okay, we know food shortages, high food prices. Food is becoming unaffordable for many families, right? Some families may have to make the decision, okay, do we go without eating to pay a bill or meet an expense? Clothing, okay, let's say stores are shutting down in areas. People may have to travel further, which creates a burden with gas prices and in many cases being able to travel and drive, they may not have the transportation. Clothing is becoming more expensive, possibly harder to find. Shelter, okay, we see that for many families, the price of rent, the cost of renting is becoming unaffordable. It is creating a burden. And so at the base of that pyramid, if there's an imbalance in any, form of fashion, that's going to disrupt every other, and that's going to not only disrupt, but affect every other area of your life. So I want you all to think about that. We're going to talk more here on the channel, but I did feel like it was important to come on and share with you all just a message of hope, encouragement, not to get discouraged by what could potentially come of the day. It is a blessing that we were all able to wake up. If you're watching this video, that means you're alive. It's a blessing that you were able to wake up this morning. And I pray that you and your family are in good health, doing well. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. Focus on what we can control. Don't let the things that we can't control stress us out. The weather is a little bit tricky here in Georgia right now. I believe, now y'all let me know if I'm right or wrong about this. Was yesterday the first day of spring? If it was, it definitely didn't feel like it, because again, here in Georgia, y'all see I'm in the car, y'all, but I got my coat on. It's cold. As a matter of fact, right now, my vehicle says it is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So, I still have some more seeds to get planted. I have some seeds that I am going to be starting in trays inside. I plan on doing that with some tomato, with my tomato plants. And I'm just excited about that, okay? So again, I want to say thank you all so much for supporting the channel. At some point today, I'll try to go live or upload a video just to keep you all updated about what's happening with President Trump. But like I said, y'all, let's focus on what we can control and don't let the things that we can't control stress us out. Okay? Y'all be blessed. Take care. And I'll be back with more news and commentary you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV.